Good morning, good morning, good morning. Is there sound? This daily area is expecting this high to go. We've got beautiful little stab into this and left, and then sort of continued onward. We're having difficulty so far, but the expectation is that this movement back down into here provides us some much needed relief, which is then going to run these highs, whether that's today or tomorrow, we're not quite sure. Obviously violent on the 15. Obviously violent on the 15, but we'll see if this area provides our much needed relief and then can run. I think we haven't quite finalized our objectives yet, so we'll see. So still looking at this. Yeah. Ooh. Is that it? Finally an unload. And unload it is. And now what? Is this finalization finally? We'll see where this 5-minute closes. I don't think we have red folder news today. Probably tomorrow. Yeah, it's having some issues, so looking to see if we can actually tag down here and respect or what's going on. This is very, very violent. So we'll see. A new 5-minute opening in about 50 seconds, which is also a new 15. If this closes back up in here, then great. Otherwise, we'll see if this actually is going to sweep out and go. We got some accounts to give away later. This was gross how it actually swept in and then unloaded. Good morning. Wow. Woo! Morning, Dennis. This is our 15-minute area here, I believe. No relief so far. Wanting to see if it's going to respect this area of interest. Obviously, there's a lot of buying pressure that's coming in. Tons up here. So failure would then send us all the way back up. If I have a long position from 505. Whew. Little bit hairy. Expecting this to trade all the way back up. Probably all the way back up to here, depending on what goes on with this. But that was a little challenging. Those of you guys that like to trade off of inversions, you've got one for sure here. We haven't traded back into it. But I do expect to trade back up to the 40s. But violent movement down. Oh, speaking of inversions. Your 15 is looking gross. I gotta post all this stuff. I don't think I've posted it. I've been in the middle of a trade pretty much all morning. Woo. All the way back down to here. You kind of smack that inversion, but we'll see what happens in this. This is a 15-minute zone, so it really does not care for the next 10 minutes. That was brutal above that high. And it took out my runner. So we'll see. We are getting smacked from the second distribution. We're getting smacked. Let me get these things posted. Bum, 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 bum. This area is still respecting. Very, very crazy. But that's a hard sell-off to look at. Right? The 15 likely... Well, it's not likely. I would like to see it respect this area here, and then go. But this is a violent sell-off. So I think I'm going to sit on my hands for a second. Oh, excuse me. Despite a lot that I like to see. Right? Technically, that did trade back into our area of structure. But man, she ain't playing. She ain't playing. Right? This is your hourly. Well, it's actually, your hourly has flipped as of last night. Or this morning, rather. We then traded back in. This is leading to your second distribution move, that violent one. Right? I did expect a little bit more from this area of interest. But what will likely happen is the daily ends up respecting it, and this is just violent on the way down. Right? We've now taken major liquidity from this low that started us off. Likely why this is bouncing, at least for its small part. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. CSD area all the way above here. This is not good from bears. And I'm stopped to break even. This is coming out of our 15-minute area of interest. Still looking to trade all the way back up to the 14s. But this has got to at least validate and ideally close above this. If not, then we're just going to chop around in here and continue lower. That hourly area of interest has failed. So this very well could lead to a much, much larger move. There goes that high. Can we close above it? In which case we're probably running up to here, the 40s. Boom. I'm flat now, but we'll look to see what ends up going on with that. Boom, boom, boom. And maybe even beyond. Maybe even beyond. This is your telltale. So that inside of our area of interest. Where's Dennis? I know you took that, bro. And this is our area that sent us down initially. This little consolidation. Something flat. And we'll see what ends up going. Wanted a little lower first. We got our we got like retail got in. They then got ran out, and then we had no ability of going down. Yeah, fair. Fair. What I liked was that we took this low here, and then we had major issues going beyond. That's a second distribution, like going long, absolutely. Absolutely can understand, you know, let's put the brakes on, man. Like, should we not be looking short? And from here, very possibly. Nothing that I was interested in, but we'll see. That balanced price range doing its work. And ultimately, I think I do expect this high to go before this low. I think that what'll likely happen is that this push is now cleaned up everything lower. It can then run above this high, and then we'll take this low, and you get your, those of you guys that love your SBS will get something like this. And then we're gone. And ultimately, I think that we're going to take this high as well and run to all-time highs here in the next few weeks. But in terms of all this, you've got major area of decision making down. You've now flipped on the 1. If we flipped on the 5, no. Our 5 flips all the way up here in the 50s. Right? We did validate a 5-minute high, so assuming we don't flip back bearish, we're actually looking at this high here of 55s. Who's feeling lucky today? Get rid of all this nonsense. Good. Good. I did grab 15 up to the flat top in the 945 move. Beautiful. I like that one. Okay. That makes sense. We've got a minute until the turn of the hour. This could not close underneath this candle. I'm starting to get a little bit of a sweep, but we'll see. Little bit surprised. We did leave and then trade back in to this. But I'm a little bit surprised that this movement didn't come all the way back down to this candle. Morning, Nyman. How you doing, man? So sitting, watching, waiting, watching, waiting, watching, waiting. I was looking for longs. I actually did take, I was long quite a bit off the open here. When we spiked up, spiked down, came back in. I was long off of this bounce up, long again. But I didn't actually, foolishly, I didn't take profits because I had multiple reasons to go higher. I actually expect the daily to run. London low already been taken. We have a weak 9 a.m. hour, which I believe will be hit today. Likely this morning, I think that we will run up above 586. and didn't take anything off it here in the 60s. So foolish me, perhaps. And now I sit on my hands waiting for us to trade up to the 50s. Kind of watching and waiting in here. If that would have completed a sweep, then I would have hit that. This is obviously not super strong at the turn of the hour. But waiting to see if we do any liquidity grab, if we trade back down to this candle, or if we're done with this area of interest now and we're just going to leave. And in fairness, like flipped, trade back in to here, and then left. Right, respecting the imbalance, second sweep. Very well could be done. Morning, noob. So second area interest inside of that 40 level. And pushing away, cool. Let's actually get this IB off. It's ruining my chart. R5 has not taken this one. That's important because if we would have double topped here and then gone lower, we'd have something else. ES is actually quite strong, which is giving NQ a really hard time selling off. So I'm waiting to see if these get swept out or this one into this area of interest, and then we go. Looks like we go now. And targets the 50s again. That 5-minute CSD level. Definitely this top. Definitely this top. But that's if we close above this, which would be my expectation. Right, so we'll be risking off of this candle. I think that 2650 should hold, and then we continue higher. But that's a rough 5-minute high. We'll see. Ooh. Dirty. Oh yeah, me too. DTF, ETF. I love the ETF shoutouts. Important candle here. Really important candle here. Strong response, we head to the 50s. Otherwise, we collapse. every day. That came close to stopping me out on that candle. That came close, but not close enough. All right, so looking for this 55 high, that 5-minute one there. ES continuing to lift. Right, came all the way back in, but could not take that low at 26.5. Tried. She tried hard. I'm in longs, beautiful. Hey, let's go. Let's go. $55 on deck. On deck. Push. Go on, you prick. Get up there. We're at the open now, so if you're in multiple, I would take some off. But again, ultimately, I'm looking at that 9 a.m. high, which is, I don't have it on anymore, but it's actually all the way up here in the 80s. And it can chop around, it can do flips, it can do whatever it likes. This is an area of consolidation, so you would expect some sort of reaction. We haven't hit my target yet. It'll be nasty if it comes all the way back down. But still involved. I'm break even now. It has no business returning down to here unless it's going to scoop more, and it's not really what I'm interested in. 55. Boom. Runner at break even. This is your 5-minute flip area. And again, we're looking at the 80s. 86 to be exact. 86 to be exact. Who could have predicted this? Everybody. Double bottom. Boom. Sideways. Boom. Shut up, Kev. Shut up. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Anybody grab anything in this entire movement away? Looking for them 80s. Looking for them 80s. How do I can't link anything in this chart, can I? No, won't let me take a snip. Won't let me take a snip. But the idea, for the same reason that, like, let's get rid of all of this. Second distribution, we expect that second distribution to end somewhere. It's not just trading down for fun. Right? So you've got your area of interest. This is a major movement up. Tons of liquidity are underneath these bull bars. What do you think the chances of that being fractal is? Where's the massive movement down? You've got this one. Well, that was a major liquidity spot. You've now got this one. Well, that's a major liquidity spot. Right? And beyond that, look at your 5-minute. Tons of liquidity here. We've now achieved our objective. Trading back in. Probably to where? This candle here. This candle there. So on and so forth. We've got to validate this 15-minute. Otherwise, this is just fun and games. And I think we will, or at least attempt it now that we've, well, technically we haven't CSD'd. For me. ICT will look at this as being a CSD because we closed above this candle's open. I think that's nonsense. Far be it from me to talk about his strategies, right? I can only trade my own. Now, I need to see displacement higher. I need to see displacement higher, which would be a closure above this. And then essentially we're trying to determine, well, what exactly is going on. And people will use 5-minute fair value gaps, and they'll get in here at 33. Cool. All right. If that works for you, awesome. I look at areas of structure. So this area sent us violently down, leading to a double bottom. We finally broke it. And what area held on the way back down? Right there. That makes sense. Yep. So we'll see. We'll see. I think that that's more likely. We trade up to the 580s, and then potentially even today, now that everybody was so interested in short and they're about to run out, away we go. Left me sitting at the bus stop. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I saw it happening too. Yeah, that's the worst, isn't it? Bum 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 bum. Ooh, we eating today, boys. We eating today. Week high. The week high. Where is it? I'll show you guys. This is your first major higher time frame target. We swept the hourly. We're going to take the hourly. Right? And by the way, there's no point calling it here. There's no point calling it at all if you don't take it. Right? Everybody could have been like, wow, I was gig along here. But if it doesn't lead to execution, then your analysis is garbage and useless. Right? It's got to, like, for the same reason, if you're analyzing different habits that you've got in life, well, not to get into a life TED talk, but if you're analyzing that stuff and it doesn't lead to a change in behavior, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. Morning, Dilly. Hey, Paul. You gave me a shout out on Twitter, didn't you? Bum, 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 bum. 580s. 580s. Picks, where are you? I know you're in this somewhere. You've been flying with your swings. You've been flying with your swings. And I mean, NQ hit my termination level. ES flipped earlier. So I believe it was Snob was saying that they're heading the same way. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. So, like, which way is wrong? Is this flipping up to go down? Or is this going down to then go up? How do you determine that? You determine that based off of terminus. That hourly sweep. Now a flip. Double bottom. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, I ran that 15-minute up, Dennis. We'll chat later. We'll chat later. I'm long to 646. All right, Niznos. Okay. Niznos says, I see your 586 and I raise you. I raise you. Cool. Yeah, terminus is a level where I expect the delivery to be finalized. So termination levels, as in death to shorts. Death to shorts. Death to shorts. Right? So let's assume for a second that you didn't take anything here. I grabbed this to the 540s, monitored this reaction back down. I was actually expecting lower, so I had to end up getting involved in here. Right? So you got your 55, no flip, continues up. Now you got your 586. And if according to Niznos, we got a little bit further than that. So how do you get involved? Well, you're essentially... There's your 586, lads. Out at 86. Give yourselves a round of applause if you held through all of that for your target. If you did not hold for your target, you got a little bit of studying to do, but more importantly, if you're analyzing where it should go, hold to your target for once. Right? Get some fire in the chat for these lads that have been holding this long. Boom. Yeah, fine, cool. Nothing wrong with that. Right? Yeah, I think so too. Right? You've got a bullish candle. We've already taken the prior day's high. So next day model was complete before the open. But this area was termination for me. For multiple reasons. Right? But that hourly sweep, goodbye. And now ideally in 9 minutes we flip on the 15, which might lead to a trade back in to reload and then run higher. And that higher should be quite a bit higher than this, like 680. You heard it here first. I believe 682 was what we spoke about last night, Dennis. So, okay, so how do we get involved in this? Because analyzing it's fun. You've got a couple of different spots. And it starts with whereabouts do we get confidence from in our trade? Same place you get confidence with everything, really. You do your prep beforehand that you've seen the setup, and then price evolves. For example, let's suggest that this did this, ran this high, and then collapsed underneath this low, as in closed down here on one candle. Right? We're probably not going to be holding to this right now. We're probably going to wait for this to go. Now, you could argue that won't happen if we're going to run this, and I think you'd be correct. My point is that as the position evolves, you've got to train yourself to look for very specific things. For example, that failed to make a valid high in here. This is an aggressive entry. After a flip, trades back in. Happy days. You don't expect this to hold here. You expect it to trade back down to this. But if it fails to do so, now we're very, very bullish. Okay, that makes sense. Now we get our consolidation. You'll notice that this didn't get taken here. And I mentioned that I was very, very bullish for that reason as well. Waiting for something to get swept. I was actually hoping that this candle would clean up this as well. And my fallacy was that this was actually a bullish engulfing candle within. That's directional bias for me. And for the same reason, you can now look at the midpoint of that. After this gets triggered here with your objective still being higher. And people scaled in. They 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 scaled in. So that's how you find ways of getting involved later. Beyond that, when we left, we had this 555 area, and we did make a valid high. But did we flip? No. That's going to lead to something, and if it doesn't, guess what? We keep going. Right? If we can't go lower, well, where are we going, lads? Boom. Yeah, absolutely it did. Are we bullish now? I think we get a retracement. Probably off of your, probably off the 1020 is what I'm expecting your movement to trade lower to. My guess is the terminations will be somewhere in the 60s. Your 15, I'd like to see it close above 586, so likely we'll chop around in here and then retrace. Yeah, somewhere down there. That resting order. You left. Did you actually command yourself to leave something on? I didn't like the 4 hour and the 1 hour low. What happened on the 4? Yeah, we definitely made a valid high. Right? So if you're looking at it, what are you looking at? From the 4 hour chart, there's two pieces of information you're looking at. First off, are we bullish or bearish in the 4 hour? As of this candle here. We're bullish, right? Yeah. So what are we expecting? A retracement. Back down to where? Ideally. Where's your current swing? Kaboom. Right? So finalization and gone. So that's your higher time frame. Right? Now, if you use sort of market structure, you're essentially looking at this. Right? Which never got hit. Rough stuff. But, so you got your midpoint. That aligns with your hourly low of your major move. And then you drop down and you get this. Our expectation very well could be that the 15-minute gets another sweep. Who knows? But as soon as you see this candle close at 35, and if we replay that, we're now here. How strong of a reversal signal is that? So now we drop down. We validated a 5, and as of this candle, we actually retested that area, and we found strength. So the question becomes, when do you expect this low to hold? And that's when we validate the movement up. Right? Had this candle swept and failed here, and we've got like a bullish candle that closes here, well, now you're looking at monitoring maybe that sweeps, maybe this one goes, whatever. Because we're now being told, hey, we might not be ready yet. But as of right here, we're looking at this going, well, we've got a lower time frame double bottom where we've cleared out retail. We've got a credible low now. We've actually flipped. Our 5-minute has validated that flip. If the 1-minute flip leads to a failure on the 5, we disregard it. It's gone. It's useless. But as of right here, we were go time. So essentially what we're talking about is we might want like this low to go on the off the 4-hour or whatever when we're trading here, and we avoid or miss trades in here, and that's fine. But consider that if we're right and we understand and analyze properly when this is done going down, recognize that your 4-hour is bullish. Everything is bullish. We've actually completed our retracement on a higher time frame. So where do we go now? Do we go to here and then trade back in? Maybe. Or is our higher time frame now done and there's a strong possibility that we actually run the higher time frame high now? And if that's the case, you go a step further, right? If the higher time frame is going to go like 86, and we have a high probability of 86, then that makes getting involved here on failure a lot easier. So we don't need to be in at the Pico bottom. I didn't hit 490 and was like, 100-point trade on deck, let's go. I didn't. I'd love to be able to say I did. This was violent in a second distribution. So I waited. And then I went long here. And I took it off at 40. I monitored. Because I'm in second distribution. I love the flip. But I didn't want that 5-minute to clap me. And we got a violent push away from it. Right? Made me look like a genius. You sold here and then you got in again. Right? As of that candle, everybody was like, well, what the hell? You're out and then this happens? How many contracts you selling? Here we are. Everybody green? Anybody short? Hoping to blast me? Oh, he's long. I'm going to get short. Let's do it. Good morning, very dads. I did think that this was going to trade lower. I didn't think that was going to trade lower. You got kind of your wedge here. We're now in our unmitigated area of origin. Yeah, I think we got higher for sure. Hey, Estefel, what's going on? Not hoping to blast you, though. I meant short here. I meant short here. Yeah. Huge push. Huge push off that 15. And this was our daily zone. This huge area of interest. This area right here. Let's actually take that off. I'm not short. I'm not short. I do expect a pullback. But this has got to flip for that to actually happen. You got your, I mean, this is a flag. Everybody's looking at this going, why are we shorting a flag? I'm not short. I'm not short. I'm just expecting a pullback. And then I expect higher. But I do think that we trade back down to the 60s. All right, you know, at 1030, you've got a major bit of price action there, right? So you would draw the midpoint of that 5, and there's your midpoint, right? So at minimum, this should trade underneath this candle at like 90. But again, not short. Not short, not short, not short. Just expecting a pullback to get long. But very, very different when, you know, you got a flip here that obviously achieved nothing. This push has not flipped or done anything other than create a valid high, which has got to create a flip. Otherwise, it's useless. We just continue on. Is NVIDIA earnings today? Good question. Yes, NVIDIA, CrowdStrike. The JM Smucker. Oh, Abercrombie and Fitch. I wonder how they're going to do. Oh, that was American Eagle. That was the Sydney Sweeney stuff, wasn't it? Dell's tomorrow. I don't know if anybody cares about that. And then Alibaba on Friday. Alibaba on Friday. Yeah, no doubt. Very well could be building an SNDR to then run this high out, but we'll see. I'm in no position right now, so I'm just watching, waiting. What do you guys think? 24 minutes and we do some marbles? Eh? Yikes. Just drop so I can go break even. Getting stressed. Yeah, this is it's having some trouble with that 15-minute high. The 5 is just not slowing down. Like, what is going on here? Drop for the man. Just a quick candle to the 60s, if you please. Just a quick candle to the 60s, if you please. I should have left my resting order alone. One of these days I'm going to win the marbles. Yeah, me too, man. One of these days I'm going to win the marbles. Nobody's going to know what the hell to do with themselves. Give them the flip, for God's sake. You have to go make another coffee here. One of these days I'm going to find my marbles. Yeah, I resemble that remark. I resemble that remark. And I know you guys are in a whole bunch of streams that give giveaways and whatnot, but is ours not the most fun, like by far, or am I extremely biased? Is structure bullish now? On what time frame? You talking about the 1 minute? Or are you talking about in general? Morning, Nicaro. Best giveaway for sure. I appreciate that, man. $4.45 today on NQ. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Icaro won a DTF account. So love the consistency. Man, looks like we run higher first. What annoying PA. First area of interest will be 612s and then 629 afterwards. Looks like we're going to blast through the 12s, but we'll see. Just nothing doing so far. Nothing doing so far. You can drop now. Oh, it's the best. It's just the best sound that you hear, isn't it? Oh, it's the best. It's just. Oh, it's the best. It's just the best. Oh, you're gonna do me dirty? You're gonna do me dirty? It might. That's true. It has. So it'll be very interesting to see what ends up happening here on this push. If we head lower or not. But
Order canceled.
Order canceled? What do you mean order canceled? Did that really deprive me of my target filled? God damn it. What is wrong with Ninja Trader? For the stream. For the stream. Order canceled. What a schmuck. Was ETF having issues yesterday? This is probably terminus to then run at least back to this. If we respect this candle here, right? Like I don't want to see a violent midpoint push. That would then lead to higher prices. Otherwise, I think we get our pullback. Order failed. Order failed. Tools, options, what the hell? Yeah, target filled is target filled. So maybe order canceled plays over target filled. Get rid of order canceled. Nonsense is what it is. Nonsense. So you guys just have to trust me. You'll just have to trust me that it was a quick movement back into the range for 10 points. But you can size in if you hypothetically have if you hypothetically have a high probability of this getting 10 points and your stop is like 4 points. Who could have predicted this? You guys not hear me? Buying here is dangerous. This will trade back in and then leave. All the way back down to your 60s. Or this could be a liquidity grab. Who knows? Right? This is nasty. I think if the 5 fails underneath this low at 97.50 in 3 minutes, which is this one here, 97.50, then like if this like ends up closing here, then we rock it. But it's a fair value gap. It's a fair value gap. You're actually chopping into this breaker. If anything, this is the area to go long from your 15-minute time frame. If anything. And then we determine if we go lower or not. Lower or not. Right? But what you're gauging is this flip just taking this 5-minute low and failing? And if it fails, ooh baby. If it flips, oh my goodness. Silver bullet. Silver bullet. This, maybe. Maybe. We had that marked off earlier. First presented double inverted Sibby Libby order block. It happened at exactly 10:19. Unfortunately, it was a day ending in Y and I couldn't take a trade. Can't trade Mondays. Can't trade days that don't have red folder news. Can't trade days that do have red folder news. One minute. 1 minute. Do we hold 97s? Do we hold 97s or are we Dunzel Washington? I think I need another coffee. You guys be the judge. Do we get caffeinated for marbles? What happens if ES flips and NQ does not? What does your back testing tell you? Never mind, trust me bro analysis. $97.50. Can they do it? 15. I want to see the fireworks. Again, if 97.50 does not hold, then, in my opinion, we head down to the 60s. Personally. Am I short? No. No, I'm not. Oh, it didn't hold. Oh, dear. Still could trade down there, but a lot less clear for me now. A lot less clear for me now. Paper cut after all that. Okay. Coffee time for me. Be back in 30 seconds. Please stay safe. Mother of mercy. Please stay safe. Still alive? We still alive? What's up, buttercups? Moment of truth is right. I think that 5-minute failure still can't validate that high, but she's having troubles. Man, oh man, oh man. Could be an SNDR. Neither of them flipped. Neither of them flipped. On the 5-minute, I mean. They both attempted, and they both failed so far. I want lower. I'd love the 60s, all the way back down to here, but I think that's very unlikely. Unless this goes. I love that, but that could be climactic. That could be climactic, man. Oh. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, this looks sauce. Both sides sus. New hourly coming in about 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Multiple 15-minute bullish candles. Man, I wanted that 5 to flip, and I would have rode that down. Can't do it. Couldn't do it. Didn't go long. Probably a valid long, I suppose, given that the 5 failed, but that's a tough sell. This high up. You're basically praying that this ends up being an SNDR range. Again, you want this to flip back. You might get your stab back into the area that's responsible. But obviously the problem with that is that, number one, you're trading into the SNDR that actually caused the 1-minute flip on NQ. But more importantly, flipped, take the 5, trading up, maybe flips, trades back into here, and then runs our higher time frame. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? What should we do? Should we save the chat? Should we save the chat? What? You hit that at 25? I'm just looking at the Discord. Where'd you get in on that? 9, like literally right off the hop, eh? 25. Was it the 1? Ooh. That's not the 1, is it? Oh, you hit that. Mercy. You got both targets too. Oh, no, you didn't. By 1 tick. Are you kidding? Yeah, you're long this morning by 1 tick. Oh. Oh, that's painful. That's painful. Suppose it was a bit crazy, but sorry, bro. That's raw. Ooh, nasty, nasty, nasty. I don't know about this, lads. I don't know. I don't know about this, lads. I don't know about this. Gun to my head, would I be long or short? I don't know. I'd probably have to say long, but this is kind of changing my mind a little bit. You got your internal movement. We flipped there, rocket. We flipped again, but now we've actually achieved our objective. Yeah. I'd have to tip my hand to the bears, even though this is like not what I would want to see. There's a 0% chance I'm involved in anything until we get some move out of the way. Had that flipped, fine. Had that flipped, fine. But this looks like she's going. She wants to drop to our 60s. The turn of the hour. The turn of the hour. Let's go. One and done. Gregory, legend. Right, we are holding the midpoint of this area of interest, which I don't like from the short side. Which I don't like from the short side. Ooh, 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 ooh. We'll let this shake out, and then we'll do some marbles, I think. Let's make sure you lurkers are in chat. But this could honestly go either way. 1 minute failed to flip, 5 minute failed to validate. Right, your 15 looks like it's chopping around inside of a major candle on both. You got a major candle on the hourly. That was triggered as we traded underneath it. Now we're trading back up. The low of that's actually at the 60s. You have the exact same signature on your 15 minute. Right? Engulfing, trades up, gone. Right? Nothing on the 5. Nothing on the 5. Had that actually done that here, then fine. Right? But yeah, expansion consolidation, right? So flag pattern, smack, trades back in, leaves, maybe. The question is, when do you determine manipulation? I determine manipulation based off of confirmation of a flip. Right? Either this flip has achieved its objective here of trading lower, or it's signaling that price now has to trade back lower. Right? And how we gauge that is usually the flip back and the confirmation of what it's achieved. So I didn't like at all how that 5 minute failed. And yet that 5 minute failure could not flip the 1 minute. That's dangerous. That's dangerous for longs, dangerous for shorts. If you're looking at this down here, this validated on the 5. Our 5 actually closed above our 5 minute valid high or valid low candle. So it achieved something. This flip achieved something. which means we head to our next objective, which would have been this. And we got it. Any recommended books for reading for trading psychology? Why accepting losses hurts? Why don't we accept the losses? Books, trading strategy books, will give you some models on managing emotions. You got a whole bunch of questions here, man. Essentially, what goes on with why accepting loss, why don't we accept losses as an identity thing? And you're not going to find that from books. You're going to find that from introspection. Why are you shouting at me, Niznos? Yeah, I mean, your first wall is that you believe that you can. Your first wall is you believe you can. That's the big thing. If trading's hard, it's going to be hard. Right? It looks very easy in hindsight, like, hey, well, we flipped here. Well, why aren't we? Right? And this would be the confirmation short. You'll notice that this one and not that one. Why not that one? Personally, I don't like anything in here, but I would be leaning bearish. Right? Not this one, because this did fail to validate that candle, which is an important area of interest. Right? But I wouldn't take this flip because we had the 5 minute there. Right? And I want to see this go. Like, it's got to go. Right? The concern is that we need to finalize down in the 60s. Right? So, I mean, you guys find out a lot about yourselves in these moments of consolidation. What you lean towards. If you find yourself looking for longs, then you're essentially saying, well, we're in a bullish higher time frame trend, so I'm just doing that. Right? Versus if you're trying to short for the retracement down, you're a reversal trader. And that's cool too. Both can make money in the market. Yeah, I'm not discounting the knowledge in books. I've studied a lot of NLP in books, and I think that, you know, the knowledge portion and the awareness that comes from books and whatnot is very, very important. And that should lead to a change in behavior. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. The reason that trading is such a difficult profession, far more than pretty much anything else, is because you get rewarded for doing the wrong things and you get punished for doing the right ones. So our million-year-old brain that likes being rewarded like a dog for doing things right has a really, really hard time when you're like, well, this flipped, so I should be shorting here and I just lost money. If your strategy is that, you know, your stop is tight and you're shorting in here, let's say. Right? If your stop was above here, you're probably fine. Right? But pretty much everything else, you know, yeah, going to the gym might suck sometimes, but you still get You go to the gym, get your reps in, you're building muscle. Right? Period. The rational thing is for your mind to avoid fear and pain. So if you're short here, it rationalizes of moving your stop and holding on to the runner. Because it perceives the pain of getting out and having a big losing trade as more painful than blowing an account for $50 or whatever it is. No book is going to help you with that. No book. It might bring awareness to it, but that's introspection of identity. If you're a high achiever, usually you will run into that problem where you hold on to losing trades longer than you should. And the reason that you do that is because your identity is that you're successful, right? That you can't fail. And then what ends up happening is the account goes, and that's fine, I'll just start again. Clean slate, cool. But that's not really conducive to habit forming, so on and so forth. Versus when you're in and you're in profit and you're like, hey, I'm up 20 points. Even though my target's 80, even though my target's 640, even though whatever, the rational thing is to exit out of the position. Why? Because the perceived pain of letting it go is more powerful than the pleasure of holding the target. And it's in that irrationality that we find our biggest growth. When you do things that challenge you, that might not make sense at the time. And I think I talked about this a little bit beforehand, and it's actually probably what I'm going to be talking about tomorrow. If you're a new trader and you look at this and you go, 1 minute IFVG, it's hit an hourly low. This is my long. Let's go. Right? And you're long. Maybe you're even long in here and you're like, I'm a legend. I'm up 20 points. Now I'm up 30 points. And this doesn't stop here. And it comes all the way back to your entry, and you're wrong. And this is your first week of trading, and not only does it go right back to your area of interest, but it goes through it and it takes this low and it takes your stop. Your mind goes, well, that was painful as shit. I don't want that to happen again. So our million-year-old mind goes, well, there's got to be some sort of lesson in here for me to learn. And the lesson ends up being something like, take profits early. Don't let a winning trade turn to a loser. Get out, break even here. And then what ends up happening is 2 weeks later, you're in the exact same trade, but you take it off here instead. And you claim that's a good idea, even though you took 2 losses beforehand, perhaps, and you're red on the week. Because you take full stops, but if your winners don't run and you're taking big trades, your longevity as a trader is probably not going to work out very well unless you really, really drastically improve your win rate. Thank you. Right? So that's why you end up holding to things that don't serve you. Right? Who's been in a relationship way longer than you should have? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure many people have. right? But you stayed in the relationship even though you were unhappy or whatever. Why? Comfort. Comfort. Rational thing would be to cut your loss. Or sorry, rational thing would be to stay in it. Irrational thing to cut your loss, whatever. But those of you guys that have left that relationship, very, very likely that at some point you were like, you know what? I'm done. But when do we get to that point? You get to that point when, and this works for trading, it works for relationships, it works for business, it works for everything, right? We usually avoid the pain by jumping timelines. You see people all over Twitter. Oh, I blew up. I lost $80,000 today, but it's okay because I'm still up on the air. Like, shut the hell up. Like, what are you talking about? Any idiot can zoom out far enough. Like, oh, it's all right. You know what? I lost $1 million today, but I'm still profitable in my trading career, so it's okay that I was a degenerate today. Really? You know, if you zoom out on the timeline, like, well, here's your market. Let's look at the monthly. Markets are bullish, right? Look at this. Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low. Why would you ever short? Any idiot can look at this and go, well, the markets are bullish. I went long because it was a bullish trend. Well, that doesn't really make sense. Where's your stop? 16,000? Fool. Right? So we jump timelines based off of the pain of the present. Same thing with relationships. But when that pain gets to be past, present, and future, I was miserable before, I'm miserable today, I'm going to be miserable in the future, I'm done. Same thing goes with trading. My trading sucked today, sucked last week, it's probably going to suck next week, I got to change something now. That's where the growth comes in. Anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I think I'm done. Let's get some marbles going, shall we? TED Talk finished. TED Talk finished. Manifest that shit, Matt. I don't know, man. This looks sus to me if it doesn't want to drop soon. I'm still Team Bear. You know, I'm still Team Bear. I don't really like how this closed inside. We have validated a 5, cool, but we're sweeping whatever, you know. But happy with the longs I grabbed earlier. Man, those were hindsight 2020, I wish I would have held this long at 505 for a little bit longer than I did. Right? Took 35 points and then took another Took another spike from that. But quite honestly, I think there might have been something subconscious that I held for a little bit too long in this, and I got promptly clapped on my trades there as it just wasn't ready yet. So wanted to make sure that I was locked in for targets. Yeah. I'm gonna be giving a psychology talk tomorrow for free. You guys are more than welcome to tune in. I'll post the link right now, actually, before we get into this, if you haven't been here yet. Now, fair warning that I think people do, like some of the speakers of this thing, they're just kind of promote their stuff. Some of them aren't really interested in helping people through whatever. So. Let's see here. Where are the... There it is. Steal your email without permission to spam you. Yeah, you can unsubscribe straight away. I would recommend unsubscribing straight away, or however, if you guys do end up joining. It's going to be mainly, I'll probably post that as well. Yeah, all right. Yeah. This is soup. Hello, VIX under 15 inside of our area of interest. My guess is it's building an SNDR. I did expect this kind of low to go, but we'll see what ends up happening. We'll see what ends up going on. Make sure you guys are typing in here. Make sure you guys are typing in here. And you better like the stream too, because I'm not working for free. I'm not working for free, although we did call out about 100 points today. Join the damn school community too. Quit messing around. If you want to work on your psychology game, there's free resources there that everybody should be in on. If you're not profitable, you have no shame and no excuses. If you are profitable, you probably have a next level that you want to reach. Get your ass in there. Yeah, I think so. I think so too. I was expecting that we consolidate, but that consolidation had a lower band, which would then run higher. We got our area of interest here, but I honestly I underestimated that. I took that back into the range, but that was it. We just went to the other band. All right. Please give me $80 to activate my account. If I did, you wouldn't respect it as much. We only value what we work hard for, don't we? Bum, 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 bum. ABC knows what's up. Everybody coming out of the woodwork. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chat downloaded. Bum, 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 bum. Ooh! That really got him? Ah! That's funny. ChatGPT, do your thing. Ooh, baby, I love the way. It's just me, or has there been like no good movies that have come out in the last like 6 years? All right, marble started. Again, I like the 60s. I think that's termination, personally. Let's get this going. Waiting for the new anti-woke studios to finish building out? Nah, no doubt. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. You guys better be liking this as well. Who else gave out 100 points free today, plus plus? And shorted 612, calling the high a day so far. Man. Like, man. Boop. Oh, get that out of there. Mercy. I know you guys like seeing my pretty face, even though it's all sunburnt. But put that to the side. Put that to the side. All right. What do we got? Love is in the air, lads? Let's get some names in here first, shall we? Calling tops and bottoms. Let's go. You guys better be here when we call it out. Let's get some of the bots off. Stream Elements, see you later. Botrix is probably here as well. Where is it? Everybody should be in. And gonna add the... Little girl started reading this week. It's been wild. You guys should all be in here. We'll run it up after. Let's go with Dojo. 138. 138. Good luck. You guys should all be in here if you were here at the turn of the hour when we pinged. If you're late, who else are you watching? Who else are you watching? Oh, Frank, you should be in here, man. You should be in here. You were typing a while ago. Big Frank. There's ABC Trading. Melody Trader coming in. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Arslan and Deku. The Deku tree. A blast from my childhood. Let's go. Arslan, the first place curse. Oh no. Oh shit. Look at this guy. Oh, that was close. Oh, no, Deku. Oh, man. Shit. Beginner taking it? Oh, no, he's been passed. Oh, Marionette. Marionette. Panda Trader. Be Grateful versus Panda. Apex. Oh, is anybody? Oh, Kenja. Kenja got knocked in. Kenja got knocked in. They're away. They're actually ahead of the record marble so far. Where's Kenja? Acer Gains not to be denied. Grateful coming in hot. Incognito. Not incognito anymore. See you later. Oh, Acer Gains. Denied so far. Grateful. It's Grateful. Can he last? Oh. Oh. Ah. Final stretch. Final stretch. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Be grateful, lads. Be grateful. Be grateful is right. I see some familiar names. Afroband. Shirzad, our last week's winner. Viper, good lad. Oh, Pip's in here as well. What's up, buddy? What do we got? And is right at the caboose. Oh, no, he's not. Good lad. Oh, TD trade's about to get cooked. TD, you better get going, bro. Oh, it's too late. Oh, no. Oh, no. Congrats. 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 I'm not sure if you've won one before or not, but message me on the school community. I just pushed the link. I just put the link there. First and last for the win. All right. Let's get this chat saved again. Uno momento, por favor. All right. Oops. Do it again for this. I feel like I could take anybody in a typing contest. Mind you, it sounds a lot faster than what it is because it's a mechanical keyboard. Come on. ChatGPT, let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, failed. What do you mean failed? Do it again for this spreadsheet. We look and see. Oh, we did take that low. Not the 60s yet. God damn. All right. Oh. Maybe one day I'll win, eh? Maybe one day. We're at 154 now. What the hell? All right, 156. 156. What, should we do something fun? Should we do something fun? Should we do something fun? The lucky few? Have we done this before? We have done this before. Where's Shattered Dreams? Shattered Dreams, I'm feeling few will survive. That one's fun too. Shattered Dreams, there we are. 156. $156. Good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck, and good luck. Very Dad's Insomniac Trading is life. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I agree 100%. But first place curse, my bro. You don't want to be first. Everybody that was typing since pretty much the end of the last one. Oh, Matt. You guys should be in here. You might not see yourselves in the top 10. Hey, it's my little minx. Where is she? She's third. There she is. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Start you off in your trading journey with an account. Esvin Martz. The Ginny. Let's go. Who's going to end up? Oh, Insomniac jumping in. Oh, Esvin not to be denied. Leal. That's an interesting name. Oh, Dennis and Tigo. Sorry, lads. There goes Goooo. Here we go with Shattered Dreams. Who gets launched? Oh, wow. Lots of people jumping off. Lads. Oh, it's Apex. Apex Magic launched? No, it's Magic. He snuck in there. Good lad. Good lad. Where's Magic? I know you're here. Here comes the people getting launched away. No Shattered Dreams today. Magic snuck in. Oh, there goes Zelda. Zelda. My goodness. Mayonnaise Unicorn. Some interesting names in this, man. Some interesting names in this. There's Dad. Hey, Dad. What's going on, buddy? Nice to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Support your son. All right, lads. Let's watch some people get cooked. Oh, Elma Churi. Sun City. Oh, yikes, yikes. All right, Magic. Message me on school, my bro. Grateful and Magic. Make sure that you guys are, so message me on school. Prove to me that it's your YouTube account because I want to make sure I give it to the right people, right? And yeah. All right, lads. Pretty much everything from today came to fruition. Didn't quite get down to our 60s, and this is just flying. So I am done for the day. We'll chat with you guys later on. Bye 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 bye.